Hello, guys. How are
Hello,
you doing today?
guys.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so I think we are gonna start with a huge news, which is we have fired our CFO. Okay, because the title was so boring, and we hired the same person as the master of coin. So today, guys, we
Hello,
are gonna present you Rafael, our master of coin.
hello, everyone. Glad to be joining the
How do you
company
feel?
once again. I feel tremendous, joining new challenge. It's so exciting. I've been looking at this company from outside as a master of coin for so many years, and now I've joined it, replacing myself as a CFO. So yeah, indeed, a great achievement. Yeah, thank you very much.
We are
Welcome again.
honored to have you on board.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We should we wait a little bit for maybe a couple of minutes for more people coming?
Okay, you can sing, say a joke. You can make time.
I'm sure. Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so we can give a bit of heads up about what we are gonna comment. We will start with the a few trend. Actually, there is only one trend that matter in the last couple of days, right? So we are gonna talk a little bit about that. We'll see how it can affect us. Then we are gonna talk about something very interesting, something that happened like 1 or 2 weeks ago. It was a huge movement from a trader in the marketplace, and we will explain all the implications that this has for the platform, for the investor, for the own trader. I think it's really, really interesting. Then we will talk about the mobile app, and finally we will disclose our portfolio to see how it has gone. Okay, the month in general it has been super boring in terms of market. So there is there were almost no movement other than this trader that we are gonna comment. And yes, in the last 3 or 4 days, thanks to the news, we have this small pump that we don't know if it's gonna be a starting of this bull run or what. We will talk about this. So yeah, the news everybody knows is SEC versus Great Scale. Okay, that it looks like they are in the good track for winning the suit that they put to the SEC. So a chain effect that this can have, right? Because this lawsuit it was related to an ETF that the SEC rejected in 2022, and because of that, they didn't like the decision. They sued the SEC, and now they won or almost won. I'm not sure if it's definitive. I think it's not, right?
It's not.
And
No, I think it was just for in the form they did basically. So it looks like they rejected like by default, even without giving the the whole process. Maybe like with other, uh, and they just rejected like we don't like what you are proposing or something like that, but not in the good manner, something like that. And what they want lately is that the SEC must include, so make the tramit or something like any others, and then they can decide if they approve or not. So it's like nothing. So I don't
Yeah.
understand if this is the pump, if this is the reason. Maybe the people didn't understood or something like that, or maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I understood.
Yeah. I think couple of things very interesting there that the day when Bitcoin pumped, in fact, all the global markets pumped. So even if there was no news that day, we would have seen not the similar, but at least like a 70% of that kind of a pump. And the retrace today that we are seeing again shows that market is yet to be fully bullish, which is expected. I think this is what we broadly talk about, that this is still some time to consolidation to happen and some lows to happen. But Interestingly, this decision, what it opens up is that, courts are openly showing that SEC is not following the due process. Okay, and this is like happening too much. You know, um, they are suing anyone they feel like. They are going like it's looks like a witch hunt more or less, right? And the court coming out and debunking a claim back from 2022 that Grayscale cannot even convert their trust into ETF, and court telling that okay, now Grayscale actually has a right to go and apply for it. This is positive in multiple ways, like that there's an acceptance that there has to be a framework. Like, yeah, if you talk to a normal retail hardcore degen guy in the industry, they will say, oh, regulation, yeah, we don't like it, blah blah blah. But reality is that regulation is good, because it brings legitimacy, it brings control around the money that is coming in. You don't need the black money coming in all the time. This is not what crypto is for. If ETFs come in, that doesn't mean that like the price will just go to $100,000. It just means that more people can access it easily through funds, and this is why it's important. Tomorrow is an interesting day. I think there are 7 ETFs on which SEC has a decision due. There is no way on earth that they are going to approve it, and the most likely outcome is that they will push it ahead by another 45 days or 90 days, which is still okay. Because back in the day they used to like reject ETFs just out of pure whim, like no due course and everything. So, slowly and gradually it's becoming the case. But and also, last time we talked about it, um, BlackRock is no joke, right? BlackRock has a 99.5% approval rate when it comes to ETF. Okay, they don't lose ETFs. Okay, they when they apply, they get it approved because they are the movers and shakers of the world, and not cryptos, right? If they want something done, they will get it done. They will only file it once they know there is a way around it, unless there is some change they want to do. It comes back, and they do it again. So there is a lot of positivity around it. Coming back to the market, I think people are not understanding the macro here. Crypto cannot operate alone. There is a definite crunch, liquidity crunch when it comes to retail. Like Fed rates are still not determined to be terminal yet. Like 5.75%, and still no ceiling is determined yet, which is not cool. Like that means that your mortgages are getting expensive. Your inflation is crazy across the world, especially in the emerging markets. In markets like Turkey and Argentina, India and Pakistan, where you expect a lot of people to put a lot of money in cryptos, it's not happening these days. So it is just that people do not have strength, and this is the similar thing you can follow in the other markets as well. Just few shares, railing around, pulling the index accordingly, but overall, markets are not that strong. So yeah, ICC pump was good. Yeah, I mean, like ETF pump was good, but we are back to the levels of yesterday already. Like I'm seeing, yeah, 26,300. We are back.
Good. And I think also it was a similar situation with the they dismissed the appeal
Ripple
from
one.
ACC. No, the Ripple, no, the Uniswap.
Okay. Uniswap,
Okay,
yes.
okay. The ACC tried to sue Uniswap too, and the judge said this doesn't make sense. There was something interesting because in that same ruling, she says that Ethereum and Bitcoin are, I think it was Ethereum and Bitcoin, they are commodities. So this is interesting because it can set a precedent for next lawsuits with other scenarios. So I think it's interesting. As you say, maybe tomorrow we don't have a positive answer regarding the ETF, but just the delay, not the rejection, that would be good enough for everybody. But yeah,
Hmm.
I think that's the only interesting thing that happened during August mostly. So there were no much movement in the market. But guys, I want to talk about something that happened in our marketplace. We have this guy, and he made a trade that he earned around $400,000 in just this trade. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, I think you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you have a full article. So if you want to take a look, check our Medium because you have the article there with a lot of details. This is a service that it's not listed in the marketplace, but we talked with the trader, and now he's okay accepting new users. So read the article, and you will find the link at the end of the article. So the interesting thing is, I want to comment a few things uh, about this service in general, investing in Zignaly, and the implication of what all these things have. I think it's very interesting the article because we have a lot of questions answered by the trader, Dennis. It's a way to know more about how he operates and the way that he works. And it's really, really interesting. You can see, I love what he said in the last question. You can see that he knows what he is doing. Okay. At the beginning, I know this service because it was one of the service with more balance in the marketplace. A few days ago, it was around. Well, he always was around $500,000. So given the volatility, I thought that it was kind of gambling. But then when you know a little bit more what he's doing, you see that no, this guy is not gambling. This guy know what he's doing. So the interesting thing about this service is um, it's not the first time that this happened. Okay, if we see, uh, we're gonna start with the balance. This guy started with around, well, he didn't start. The year started with around $95,000, and we can see the first pump around from August. Okay, in December we have the first pump. Okay, so you can see that there is almost no growth in the account, but then boom, you have this pump. Okay, and we are talking about almost 100%. We go from $137,000 to $284,000. So this is the first pump, and then the modus operandi is the same. We go a little bit down, we grow a little bit, not so little bit, but then boom, another pump, and then exactly the same. Okay, so we go a little bit down, okay, and then pump, and the same again, and then pump. I think this pump is bigger. This dump from this pump is bigger because there were a lot of withdrawal from the investors. So at this point, there is, there are a lot of people who have made a lot of money and they took profit. Smart to do. I think not only the investor took profit, but the trader took profit too. As you can see, the success fee is 30%. So from this maximum, which is the previous maximum, the previous high watermark, it was around 730,000. We go to more than 1 million. Okay, so we are talking about 300,000 in profit, and the trader at least took 88% from there. So you can spend around $90,000 to be withdrawal because that's the success fee from the trader. And I know that there were a lot of investors that withdraw too because it's a smart thing to do here. And you can see that this is the balance. This chart is the balance. You can check here. You have the link in the article. But if we go to the PNL, check the chart. It's exactly the same. Okay, we go here from 60% to 230%, and then we go from here in a progressive way. We go to almost another 100% in increase, then 200% in increase. So it's crazy what this guy has done. Okay, in this during this time with us. He talked about his strategy. He said this service is not for everybody. He said this is not the result of one lucky week. Okay, this has been there is a hard work behind all these things, and there has been trade. There have been investors who has been with us from the beginning, and it started being with us from the beginning and not panicking when you have this draw down here. He went from 700 to 400, 450%. Okay, this is a huge drawdown. We don't see it here very well because with this pump, it looks like nothing, but it's almost, I would say almost 50%, almost 50% drawdown, I will say. Okay, but his strategy, he recovered this. And I invite you to read the article because one of the questions that we ask is if this was the biggest win for him. Okay, the trade that he won with the trade that he won was Blue Cell. It has been the bigger one in terms of money value, but it hasn't been the bigger one in terms of percentage. There have been another coins. He mentioned here SFP, ARPA, Bell, Kava, Liquidity, and this one, Blue Cell, that we were talking about. So it's not the normal. It's not the usual thing to expect, but you have this progressive growth. Sometimes you fall. Sometimes you get these huge pumps. Okay, I think these are the wins that make sense to be there all the time. And I think the learning that we get from here is that if you choose a trader from the marketplace, okay, you like it, the chart, you like it, what the trader is telling you, and that you cannot panic for a short term. Okay, you can panic if you see that it's something usual. Sometimes it has huge drawdowns. Okay, so if you get at this point, you can expect some drawdowns. Okay, actually, I think it's a good time for getting into the service. And actually, I'm gonna get into the service.
This is a live investment.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting
into you do. David, please do it as well.
Okay, I think I don't like to get into private service because I want to have a portfolio that anyone can use. But now that this guy offer to anyone to participate, I'm getting to the service. And so you are getting this drawdown here. So you know that this is what you can expect from this guy. Okay, so stay with the trader. If you make your mind, not because you have a short dump in your journey with this trader, and you should withdraw and try a different things. If you try to get into the service when they are in the high, when they look more sexy, and this happens to everybody, right? I go to this marketplace and I go this guy who is he has a huge win, huge win. Then from here you're gonna have the regression to the medium. So from there, probably it's gonna go down. So I find more interesting to get into this kind of service. Okay, he has done good in the long term, but now if we check the 1 month chart, we see that we have a small drawdown. Okay, so maybe this is the right time
instead of the all-time high.
Exactly. It's exactly when the coin, right? We get so excited when we see this meme coin, when we see Pepe in the top high, and I say, hey, this is gonna go to the moon. I need to get there. So and from there, usually this happened to me. When I get there, it only go down. Okay, so instead of doing
not always, but let's keep there.
Happened to Pepe.
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, buying the coin, wait for a pullback because it always happens. So we are in the same situation with this trader. But anyway, my point is that if you like what you read and for some reason you trust the service, not because you have a drawdown, you should remove your investment, because if not, you're gonna be chasing this all-time high, and from there you always are gonna go down. I know one of the guys who is invested in this service with a huge, huge amount, and he has been super patient. Okay, and now he has his reward, and it's super interesting because I think who has been, and if you can see the number of investors, he has a really loyal community. You can see it's not that he got all these many investors at this point. It's when we started to measure, when we migrated from PS1 to PS2, we started to account the number of investors. But since we started to account the number of investors, you can see that they have been super, super loyal. He's not promoting his service in the marketplace, and the one that he has, there were almost no churn in his investor. So all these people who have stayed with this guy, now they can withdraw the amount that they invested, and they can be risk free in the service with a huge amount invested. So it's super interesting. So the other interesting thing about this service from the platform perspective is the success fee. As you know, Zignaly get 5% of whatever profit the trader does. And so here we got a good share. And this is interesting, and it's also interesting for the holders of the token, because as we say, and starting with the revenue from August, we are gonna burn 50% of whatever profit we get from the success fee. Okay, so this month was very interesting because actually it was a super, super boring month, but then we had this amazing operation from this guy. Okay, and this is something that impacted positively the platform internal revenue. So this is, again, it has this chain effect that is going to affect the token, because we are going to go to the market and we are going to buy back Zig from the market. So again, I invite you to read the article because it's super interesting. And again, do your own due diligence when you are selecting a trade, and understand what you can expect. Okay, nobody's gonna be all the time in the uptrend. Okay, you can expect some setbacks. So make your mind, because in the long term, if you stick to something, you are gonna have positive returns. Not sure if you want
Great.
to add something, guys.
No, I think that's great, and I think eventually it will be a great idea. That as we keep talking internally, that even helping people and picking the right services, and even coming up with a solution where we can even help them roll the money around. That would be awesome. And second part, I would say that in case SEC guys are hearing, we are not saying any percentage. We are saying a random percentage. It might be 50% of the revenue. So just FII. It's not a fixed
Okay,
percentage. Sorry.
okay. The master of coin has told. Cool.
It might be
So
50%, might be 51%, and we can ask community as well. Okay.
and we have, and we will talk later, but I think it hasn't been the, for sure, I think it has been the bigger operation that we have had in the marketplace since we started. Well, I don't know, probably in 2021 we were moving like $1 billion in volume, bull market. Maybe at that time we have something bigger, but since during this bear market, and since we launched PS2, for sure this has been the bigger operation that we have in the marketplace. So buy hasn't been the only one. Now later when we review the portfolio, I will show you that we have something similar in other services, at least that I'm following. So super interesting. Cool. Another interesting thing that I want to share with you guys is the mobile app is ready. Okay, we are beta testing the mobile app with some power users from the community already. We shared yesterday. We plan to open the beta to other users. So if you are interested in participating in the beta, you can go to Discord. You can ping me. You can tell me if you use Android or iOS, you tell me your email because we need to validate the email in the Android marketplace and in the Apple Store. And once you give me this information, I will invite you. Okay. So it's super cool. It works really good. It has a lot of not. It has more options in terms of how you can short the marketplace, the time frames that you can see in the marketplace in the web app is limited to 3 months and 1 month, but in the mobile you have many more options. So and it works really good. So anyone who wanna give it a try, just let me know and I will be happy to invite you guys. Any feedback that you have is more than welcome.
Yeah, the app is pretty cool. Yes, finally we have it. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Good. It was worth waiting. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So we are. Uh, there is a few bugs still, mostly visual ones, and this is what we want to get from the community. We haven't, for example, I tried to install the app to my mom 2 days ago, and there was a problem. We don't know if it was because of the language or something like that. So, but this is normal. This is why we want to first open the beta to the users, and once we are confident that everything is great, we will publish in the marketplace, and we will have our app finally.
Yeah, we will enjoy a lot.
Okay, so today's session is going faster than previous one, but I think that's not a bad thing. So not sure if you have something else that you want to talk, guys, but if not,
Yes.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah. The basically wanted to quickly talk about the Token 2049 in Singapore. So we are attending that. So I'm going there, and another of our team members will be there as well. And we are also hosting a side event. We talked about it. It's already a house full, by the way. So we initiated the event yesterday, and we put it out for a few people. And the topic is super interesting for the side event. It's basically attracting the fund managers, KOLs, the traders and the whales of the industry. It's one of its kind if, of an event out of all the 250 events that are happening on the sidelines of Token 2049, and it got filled up pretty quickly. So we're super excited. We have people coming in from a lot of exciting projects. We have people coming in from Delphi Labs, Injective Protocol, and there are a lot of other people coming. We have some interesting larger traders coming in as well who are very interested in the technology as well as the way we are growing the product. So I think we will gain a lot from there, and we'll be posting a lot of content from there for the community directly from the conference. So I think everyone should follow our socials, and we will be sharing some exclusive content from there.
nice.
Great.
So we went in Singapore like how long? Three
That
years ago,
was that was
just
before
before New
COVID,
Year.
right? Just
Just
before COVID. So
when it first starting. Yes.
2020 February. So 3.5 years. Yeah.
Yeah. We were opening
Yeah.
bank account for the company. We got four
Yes.
bank accounts
Four
for
bank
the company,
accounts. Yes.
and today we have zero bank account.
We have zero.
Everybody,
Yes.
and we didn't mention that
Bankless.
we were doing crypto.
Bankless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe you can go and pass for those banks offices and and say a few things.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the banks, one of the banks, DBS, they have. In fact, it's
They
a
have
good
one
idea.
name now, right?
Yeah, and I have a DBS account actually, and they have a crypto exchange of their own, and it's super awesome. Like the app, mobile app, you can literally from your bank balance you can buy and sell crypto. Literally, this is the only problem is that the whitelisting of the third-party wallets, but it's a one-time exercise. If you get it done, you can basically buy Bitcoin or whatever from your mobile phone, from your banking app, send it out to the wallets, and do whatever you want. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
You know, you don't expect banks to have that.
Only problem is that they kick us out, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they can close the account.
So we can start sharing the portfolio. Who wanna start? I can do it.
You go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I can do it. I wanna comment a few things that I was. Okay, you see my screen now, right?
No.
No?
For now.
No.
No?
Yeah, no.
Okay, perfect. Okay, my portfolio. Other than no fan, no FOMO, I don't have anything new. Okay, but there is a few interesting things. Again, what we were talking before. You know that I am a big follower of this guy. He's a hedge fund trading. Okay, and this is what we were talking about. This guy doesn't have any amazing results. Actually, if you go to the marketplace, you will not find him not in the first place, not in the second one. Okay, you need to go to the third page before you find this guy. Okay, and it doesn't look nothing amazing, but you need to be realistic, guys. You are looking for this getting rich overnight. I think you are gonna end more losing money than anything. You might get to the right time, but it's really difficult. Look at this guy. It has been around 9 months with us. This was when he started. This is the testing, and even with testing the service, he didn't have any other problem. Once he got this in the right way, he hasn't had any major drawdown. Okay, 3% we can see here, and now he has been super steady. So we are talking about 30%, and we still have 3 months for this year, and I'm confident that in the year he's gonna be doing 20%, which is around what he told us that he has been doing in. But in book, this guy is killing it. The more interesting thing, I know that he's only working with around between 15 and 30% of the total capital of the account. This is why the drawdown that you can see here, they are super small. But again, it looks like nothing is happening, but sometimes he has these big wins. He controls very well the risk, and at the end, you have uh, your reward. So
You know what? The interesting from this guy is that usually, even if they play well or not, the traders, you can somehow identify the market movements in the trader results. But with this one, it's pretty difficult because it controls pretty well the timing. So if you need to identify moments in the market, it's not so easy. You need to dive into the detail in order to realize that. So it's really.
So I know that this guy has been shorting BTC for a long time, for the whole summer, and in the last dump from BTC, he exited the position, he got into a new position, and he went long, and he got this pump 2 days ago. You can see it here. So I don't know how he does, but it's amazing. So he does future, so he can short and do loan, so he can go in any market. He's in this fucking flat market that we have in the last during the whole summer. Then we have this is the whale that we have in the marketplace. He is controlling the risk. Okay, he is not having any huge result, obviously, because we need a long term trend, uptrend, in order to get something from him. But I'm really confident in this guy, and what I have done is that I have DCA the service, and the same with BTC scalping. If you see the BTC scalping, this guy, he has huge movement of the account. Okay, you can see a lot of huge movement of the account. So what I have done with this fall is to DCA the account. I put more money, so I expect to get the next pump and get even more profit. So this is the what we were talking before. Just stay with the guy. Just stick if you like, not because you have this a small setback. You need to panic and you need to remove everything. Okay, at least if you are confident with the guy. And this guy is very interesting because he communicates in Discord. If you go to Discord, he tells what he's doing. Okay, he was longing BTC when they fall a few 1 week or 2 weeks ago. So he suffered a lot, but he's in the Discord. He explains his strategy. At least I'm confident. And when the service failed, I put my money here. Okay. From the other service, I'm trying to exit this one, but it's taking a long time. From easy trading, this is also interesting because I got in one of these recessions and I got a good growth from there. So I'm happy with this guy. I still want to see a little bit more. It has been 6 months. I want to see a little bit more of the performance of this guy and how he managed more assets. But actually, recently, he got more than 100 new investors. So very interesting what he's doing. So I want to see more, and probably I will put more money. No fun, no FOMO. Let's see how it goes. Maybe it's time to short because I got into the service. Who knows? Crypto Lion, he didn't operate during the 2 months that they have been here, as you can see. Okay, but again, I like it. What I can see in the chart. It's a spot. So I'm even happy that he's not operating because the market maybe is not the best situation. And the other one, the same. I'm trying to exit this one, and this one is for me for testing. So I'm happy with the result. I'm not worried about these losses. I think that it has been a good opportunity for me because I put more money in these services. I think it was the right time for put more money in these services. So in the next pump, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have a really, really green portfolio.
Good, looking good. So
Great.
I can go next. My
All
amounts
yours,
are
sir.
a little bit smaller. Okay, let me. Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I think we share a few of the traders because of this one. I think the first three, I think we share. And I went.
How long with crypto hedge fund?
I think it was a little bit later than you. Let me check if I can. So I don't remember exactly.
You can
because
see
we
that
don't
in your portfolio at the right. You see that? Yes, it's a 2%, and it's a three month, right?
So this time is my time, right? Oh yeah, and I
Yes.
can see the date. Okay, yes, for
3
it's
months.
May. Yeah, end of May.
Okay.
So a little bit later than you, right?
Yes, I'm from the beginning.
Yeah. So yeah, but pretty happy with it as well because so it's controlling everything pretty well.
Yeah. You have $2 in profit, so you can add 2 more service to your portfolio.
Exactly with the same strategy.
I just noticed he has a portfolio of $174 and he has $6,600 available, laying eggs.
He's
His
not
dollars are
available.
laying eggs.
No,
This
there is something. There is something here. I
You have to
was
use pagination.
I was making some buys directly long time ago, and I was accumulating Bitcoin and other coins right now. And for sure, right now is not the timing for selling them and having the USDT and investing. I was looking for services for investing directly the BTC, and we have a few that they are doing great, and maybe this will be a move that they will do. But I didn't want to convert this to USDT right now, before maybe a pump or something. So this was main of the reason.
I know that we have something in the. There are some traders that we haven't listed yet because we don't have the track record, the minimum track record that we require to be listed in the marketplace. But they are kind of different. They are not traders. They are portfolio managers. Okay. So for example, you say I want BTC, ETS, and whatever.
Yeah.
I know that they have for the top 10 coins from CoinMarketCap, top 10 meme coins. There is a few categories. So if you like some of this portfolio, it's interesting because maybe you can say, okay, I'm gonna put $100, $1,000
Yeah.
every month,
This is
and I'm gonna
this is pretty
forget about.
aligned.
Yes.
So then the quant group is one of the we share as well. So the same little losses, not too much, and then easy trading. And I was trying to go out from different traders. So even that is a shitty amount that I don't care, but I can't be out of them. So basically, I think they will even unless we include something to maybe remove from the dashboard, even if I have some funds, I will be looking into them for some time. Anyway, not looking bad.
Great. So on to me now. So I have two accounts, as I always say. One of the accounts I unfortunately cannot show, but the other one has some of them. The main reason I cannot show that obviously is that there's some corporate fund and some treasury funds, so I don't open that. The second one is a smaller one, but I'm sticking with like the 5, 6 ones that I have to these services by the old uncle. This guy is not doing bad at all. Old uncle Spot. He's doing fine. The stable gains, as the name suggests, I think this is also doing fine, 9%. Futures one, like eventually, I think I'm going to spin out of all the futures. In the other account, I am also, following the CFT hedge guy. And I think one point I would like to add here, that service is very scalable. Okay, like what we have seen so far, I think even if $10 million goes into that, it will be scalable, and that is something that people with large money actually like to see. Like if you talk to someone with $200,000, they would not be looking to gamble with it. Like yeah, maybe
Yeah.
$10,000 they will gamble with, but with the other rest of the money, they actually want to keep that money, and getting 20% a year on dollars is massive. Like if you look at the larger portfolios, and if you look at the global performances over year and year, the IRRs are like 8 to 10%. So if someone in a beer chopping market gets you 20% in year or 18% in year, like
Absolutely.
I I am putting serious money on that, and I think
Yeah.
people should be putting in, it's not a joke. Okay. And I
No.
think I think this is one of the services that I think in some time we are going to, we've been telling our traders that if the returns are consistent, we are going to, like properly pitch them to some larger investors. So like for example, when we are going to Singapore now, we have some interesting meeting with some larger names who want to park some capital and get yield. So we are telling them that yes, this is not like your DeFi yield. It is a kind of a semi-custodial solution. Yes, but you know us, we are a docs team, Binance at the back and everything. But yeah, you have these services like Quant and the Hash Trader and all. Oh, why don't you come in? So I think even from retail perspective, people need to understand that this is how the portfolios are built, right? You put some money in like the volatile ones, but the largest sum of money you need to think positively. Like don't take 15-20% in year lightly. That's
Yeah.
hell lot of money if it's a dollar based money.
Absolutely. So how, because I know, Rafael, that you are master of coins of other projects too, and you told me one time that you in your group you have a goal a yearly goal for the treasury that you manage. Can you disclose what is your goal?
That's 7% in a year.
How much?
7% in a year.
7%.
Seven.
7.
Yeah, that's 7% in a year. Yes, exactly. So this is why, uh, when I talk to the family offices out of Middle East, and I talk to the people with I'm talking about 8-digit and 9-digit numbers. They get super excited. The biggest problem that they have is the volatility. Like, and if someone is performing in a way that over 7 months making 13% and
Yeah.
manageable volatility, scalable kind of a thing,
Yeah. When,
it's super cool for them. You know.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, this is a lesson for the traders as well. Like, yes, it's great to make awesome money, but volatility is like earthquake, and no one likes earthquake. Yeah, I mean, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20, $50,000. Okay, yes, fine. But when we get into 7 digits, maybe then no. You need
Yeah.
to be yeah,
Absolutely.
20% in year is awesome. 20% in year is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
And I can tell you that this guy is managing more than $20 million upside
Yeah,
every
we
year.
had a chat with him. Yes, yes. That's why I'm saying it's scalable. We know that for a fact, right? So like, I think it's about time that like, even for the improvement and the betterment of the platform, that we start actively, even like organically and offline as well, we start marketing and talking about them, because obviously it will grow our revenue as a platform. The more we earn, the more we burn. As simple as that. And I think the things that we are set to roll out this month, people will see a lot of association between all the work that we have been doing and the coin, and they will see the direct relationship with all the things that's coming up. So let's not let those things roll out. I think by next time when we do the AMA, most of the things will be out. You know.
Yeah. And actually, this is a this is a big opportunity for everybody because guys, if you know any whale with some money and you invite this whale to Zignaly, they
Yeah.
put the money in this guy or in this other guy. And the new referral program, we are beta testing it right now in house. So it's gonna be out really, really soon. You can get 100% of the commission that Zignaly get from these people that you are bringing to Zignaly during 6 months. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be something very, very interesting that everyone can participate, and it's gonna be a win-win situation for everybody. Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so I know that. Are you done with your portfolio, Rafael?
Done, sir.
Okay, I know that we don't usually talk about the price, but I have a third question for the master of coin, which is they ask if the current pump is related to the buyback and burn.
No, we have not done it yet.
Okay, so no, guys, this has nothing to do with us. I guess that people are getting profit in BTC and they are buying Z probably, but
Yeah.
it's
The only sensible thing to do.
exactly. So other
Yeah,
than that, we cannot
absolutely.
tell you more.
No, we like, I think this has been a very difficult, for last 2.5 years since the coin came out. We have seen all kind of times, extreme volatility, flat behavior. But one thing as founders, I think we committed to not to directly comment about the token and its price, right? So I think internally, in every discussion that we do, Zig is at the core of it, right? And we know it, we are committed to it. On and off, we show it. Yes, there are times when we are more product focused, like last, I would say, 6 to 10 months, being more product focused. But I think even when we were developing that, I think we had it in our mind that how would it benefit Zig. And I think now is the time. I think soon people will start seeing that what we have built has a direct impact, right? So I think, yes, we don't want to talk about the price, but I think um, it is important that we have good both-sided liquidity, which we have always tried to maintain, even if it means us buying back a lot of coins. But we have done it. Like, we have kind of defended our floor. No harm in saying that. Secondly, when we talk about utilities, I think Zig is going to be deflationary in nature. We cannot mint more tokens, but we are definitely going to buy back and burn, right? That's deflationary, and a few more things. And like, the kind of circle, the kind of network effect that we see now in our product, and we will be talking more about it in next few weeks, I think, over our channels, that how every new feature is actually a catalyst toward better demand creation for the Zig coin. So I think after a long time that we have a lot of work, I think especially thanks to our tech team and the product team, I think now I think it's time for the marketing team and the master of coin team to do some magic and take Zig everywhere.
No, but it's something very interesting because right now everything is inside the company. Everything is aligned. Everybody's pushing in the same direction. Before we have too many projects. Okay, we have Zipbit here. We have the ball. We have the Zipad.
Launchpad, yeah,
Exactly. We have a lot of things, and we have obviously Zignaly, the marketplace, but we were very split. So with this new mechanism of the buy, back, and burn, we are pushing in the same direction, everybody. And now the success of the platform is going to impact directly, is going to benefit directly the holders. So anything that we do, this win that we have, if we get more traders like this one, if we get more AUM like the one that this trader is managing, this is going to be reflected in the for the holders of the token. Now we have this other B2B service that we are offering, and this is also going to impact to the holder of the service of the token. So
yeah.
I think it has been a very positive move. So we have our master of coin in full capacity here. So very happy with the new direction.
Awesome.
Well, at the end it hasn't been so short. I thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
shorter,
we did almost an hour.
but I think we are done for now. No more. I don't see any other question. I think we have done a lot. Tomorrow, probably not. Tomorrow we are gonna launch the weekly update. So we will recap all the things that we have been doing during August. As we say, it has been a flat market. We have been building, not too much to say, but we have this update about the mobile app, and a few things that we will be do. We will comment tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys.
Great. Thank you,
Rafael,
everyone.
David, and
Take care,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
See you in the next one.
Bye.